Alright. This is sad. But it is life. It is life. Well. Okay. As soon as it shows up, we will get to streaming. Okay, so it's showing up. Alright. Hello and welcome to Prov 356. Checking out Unreal Engine 5.5. The only way I could get this to work was to uninstall Ark, reinstall Ark, uninstall all the mods. So we're playing with no mods. But I don't want to actually play the game. I want to check out the building stuff. So, enable creative mode. And what we're going to do, I was working on this castle on the island. Personal building. This was before the 5.5 update. So we are actually going to drop all and get rid of all this. And we're going to go somewhere and we're going to test the building. Because this is the normal building before the 5.5 update. So I want to see what it's like with the new building stuff. So, let's just go here. No, I don't want those Steven ratbirds bothering us. So let's go to this island. Okay? Now, I'm going to be doing this in creative mode, so if that bothers you, well, I'm just test building, okay? So first thing I want to do is get rid of some foliage. Boom. Get rid of all that. And then drop all that. Okay. So that should have cleared out some area for foliage. And it looks like I got to do it some more. Okay, so we're test building. I want to see what new pieces there is. I want to see what the new building is like. And if I have to, I will kill off all the creatures. Okay? Because like I said, we're just test building to see what we can do. I will record an episode later on with I will do a test build later on. And why is it showing this? That's like from... This is not my character. Alright, well I'll kill this character off because that's not correct. It says he beat Gen 2 Rockwell. This character was deleted. And so I was trying to recreate my personal character. Alright, you have got to get out of here, okay? Get out of here. And you too. Get out of here. Okay, so I want to try out the new building. See what all they've added. What is here, what is not here. So let's go players only. I think that's the command. That's going to freeze all wildlife. And the only thing that can move around in the world is the weather, the water, and me. All the creatures are frozen where they're at. So that will help us to build without being pestered. Okay, so we're in creative mode, so let's make sure structures. Now I have no mods installed. I uninstalled all the mods. That was the only way I could get this to work. Very aggravating. But I want to test out the new building. Yes, I did manage to get back in, but it cost me all my mods. That's alright, because I wanted to look at the building stuff anyways. I wanted to look at what all the new pieces was, and how they work with one another compared... Well, not compared to the old one, because I didn't do it like a test build with the previous that we would then try to replicate. with the new building stuff, but I wanted to see what all the new building stuff was all about. I'm interested in that type of stuff because I love the building. In fact, let's get rid of foliage. Where is it at? Foliage. I know. I'm showing you all my stuff. This is where I was trying to salvage my characters. Okay, so I don't see it on here, so let's foliage. Whoa. I am. Okay, so let's see. Where is it at? Foliage size or something like that. Random split factor, blah, 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 blah. Come on. You know what? When we build, it should push down the foliage. Should. Should. Okay, so let's start off with the basic foundation. Okay, the square. Come on. Why are you not placing? Okay, let's switch these around and see if that works. No. I pressed 1. Why are you not? Now you show up. Okay, so here's a glitch. It's not showing up until I actually place it. That's going to make it very difficult to build. So let's just put 1 down. Okay, so lock height, Q, free adjustment, press Q. Okay, so I can unlock camera, lock camera. That's new. Like, right? Free lock height. Press Q. What is going on with this? I don't want to lock camera. Okay, let's just put that down. Okay, so why is it not showing me the actual why is it not showing me this structure? Ark. Every bloody update. Every bloody update. Okay, does it at least show the walls? No, it doesn't even show the walls. Okay, maybe it's this character. Maybe it's this character. So no, I don't want to place it there. Get out of the inventory, place it. Now it's not letting me place it. What did they do? Okay, fine. You want to be like that? I can be like that too. Let's see if it's this character. Maybe this character's broken. Oh yeah, I'm in creative mode. Disable creative mode. Now, let's talk about this Ark. Goodbye. Hello. How are you? I am testing this stuff. Create new character. Test. Create. Spawn. Yeah, I know. It's alright. He's already been destroyed. I was trying to recreate him. Okay. Yeah. Scratch, scratch. Scratch, scratch. Come on. I want to get into the testing of the buildings and stuff. Enable creative mode. Okay. Now, let's try building over here. I want to see the new building stuff. What is that command? Players only. Why didn't that freeze you in place? Players only should have froze you in place. Okay, well, what is that command? Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Okay, now they should leave me alone. Alright, crafting. Let's see the new structures. Structures. Let's go with thatch first. Okay, I want to see all the new building stuff. So let's put you there. Triangle foundations there. Square ceilings there. Triangle. Regular walls. Quarter walls. Wait, you're not a wall, you're a slope. Couldn't tell, sorry. You all kind of look the same. Wait. You should be there. And you should be after the walls. And then we'll try that. And then this. And then this. Now the problem with me having no mods is I've got to pick things up by hand instead of just admin gunning them. Not admin gunning, but pickup gun. Okay, so let's check out the new building stuff. So this is the foundation. We already had a foundation. Can I do anything with you? No, I can't. And we already had the triangle foundations. I don't think we had the little square foundations with thatch. Ceilings. Okay, so we got thatch cellar doors. And we got thatch hangar doors. These are some of the new structures. Thatch barn door. Oh, come on. Attach. And then, of course, the thatch. You're not gonna attach, are you? Okay, well let's put. Okay, so what different walls can we make? There's the door frame, the double door, the wider double door. So that's it. So now let's place this, and then let's place this. Okay, so let's take a look at all these new thatch structures. So there's the thatch foundation, the quarter foundation. That's the barn doors. I kind of like the way that looks. It looks like, you know, bamboo. Looks like a bamboo hut. That's the hangar door. That's a wall. Okay. So let's close that. Let's open this cellar door. Okay, so it's just a... Okay, what else can we do with that? What happened to the, There we go. Wood quarter wall. Let's push some... Let's put some more of these down. Foundation. You know what? Let's get some clothes on. Crafting. Armor. Cloth. Boop. 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 Get some clothes on so I'm not running around naked. Okay. Then we can hide our at. emotes, hide hat. Okay, so let's check out these new walls. We have this wood quarter wall, which we used to be able to make. Wood railings. And then wood half railings. Nice. Nice. That means you won't have to do that trick to place down the pillar to get the half railings to go. Okay. I'm liking that. What about you? So we can do... Actually, let's undo the slope. So we have the regular... Come on. Look on. We have the regular slope. You're going to come over here and say... No, you shouldn't come over here. But you can destroy my thatch. So... Listen. I'm trying to build here, okay? I'm experimenting for science. So be gone. Okay, so... Let's put that away. And then let's put this one right there. But we got something else that we normally didn't have. Quarter roof. Okay, so I need... Oh. So the quarter roof. Let's see what that looks like. 5... And then, what was it, 0? Okay, so this is the quarter roof. So it's only a half a foundation. Nice. Nice. I like that. Wait, there's some more? Thatch quarter ramp. Well, now I've got to do... Now I got to do this so I can see this quarter ramp. Okay, so that's a quarter ramp. Thatch quarter stairs. And then... Okay. Okay, so let's do the thatch stairs right there. And then... Let's, come over here. And do another foundation and do... these stairs. Okay. So thatch stairs looks like bamboo, which I like the way that looks. I mean, I would want it to be the strength of stone, but I like the way that looks. Okay, so here's the regular sloped roof. And there's, you know what, let's put these slope walls. So there's a regular sloped wall, but here's this shallow sloped wall. Yeah, finally. I've been wanting this piece. I've been wanting it. Okay, now let's check out the pillars. Okay, so pillars. We have the regular pillar. Then we have a thatch half pillar. So that will let me... Will that let me do the stairs? Will that snap onto the stair? Oh, come on. What if I did this and then did that? Okay. Okay. And then could I do... What could I not do before? Before I had to, it was a bit tricky to do this. Rails. So that won't snap onto that thatch right there. Alright, so let's get back to our pillars. Then there's the thin pillar, which just looks like a big bamboo. A half pillar that's thin. And then of course we've got the beam and a half beam. Nope, 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 nope. I need you to snap right there. Will you not snap there? Okay, then we'll just do that. And then the thatch thin beam. And then the thatch half thin beam. Oh, so did that beam go inside that half pillar? That's interesting. I think it did. No, stop going in inventory. I think it did. So there's the half beam. So now we need a thin beam, but it does go inside the half wall. So that could make for some interesting looking stuff. Like, you could do that, and then do another one of those, and then do a half beam. There, and make like a fence. Yeah, that would look nice. And then maybe you can go down with a half one of these. Can I go down? Yes. Ha 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 ha! Look at that. That's gonna be some nice looking fences that you can make now. And that's all with thatch. You know what? It's starting to get dark, so let's change the time of day. Oops, too dark. So gamma 3. Okay, that works. Now, if you change these around and get different, I mean, you can make some nice looking houses now. Let's see. Is there any no. Okay, so that all works for me. But let's see crafting. Structures, stone. I want to see some of these same things in you know what, we didn't check and see if there was any variations of the ladder. So let's check that real quick. Variations of the ladder. So inventory. So there's no variations of the ladder. That's disappointing. Like, I can't make a half ladder? Okay. But do you snap? Is your snaps better than they were? Like, no, they're still broken because I can't run that all the way to the ground. Okay, so the ladders are not improved, but everything else seems to be good. The ladders are still like they were. Okay, well that's a little disappointing, but I mean, can't have everything, right? So now let's go cosmetics. Apply cosmetics. Let's see some of these. So let's go frontier and see what these look like. In particular, I want to see the pieces that we didn't have before, like these. So that, and then, that and that. So let's open. Close you. Close you. Close you. Now I want to see if they fixed it. Crafting. No, not crafting. Cosmetics. Let's see if they fixed the auto open. On here. No, they didn't. Wild card. Wild card. You could have fixed this. I mean, on the doors. So let's get a door up here. Oops. Where did that place? I don't even know where that placed. Did it place inside of this? It did. Well, that could be interesting now, couldn't it? Because you could have the... That's... I mean... That's interesting. It's not what I wanted to try out, but... Hey. I'm working on science stuff right now. So let's get that, and then let's do the door. Did we not major that? There's a thatched door right there. Okay, let's see if... Cosmetics. Frontier. So the auto door still works. It just doesn't work on the hangar door, the barn door, or the cellar door. That's aggravating that it doesn't work on those. So you still need that mod, the auto open and close, for that. And it does seem to be running better. I mean, we would definitely know over on Aberration because we was having troubles on that. Yeah, it does seem to be running better. I guess it's running at 90 frames per second. And I'm, let's see, settings, video, graphics. So I have everything on high or epic besides the shadows, because shadows don't matter to me. I do have this stuff off, but I always turn that off. And I'm running it at 1080. However, I have a pretty good graphics card, so it's like, this is what I normally stream at, is the 1920 by 1080, but then when I actually record or I play, I bump it up to 1440. But it does seem to be running faster and smoother, so they did deliver on that. I'll give them that much. The foliage is still a little too high in my opinion. But I mean, I have the interaction on. How's the footprints? Did the footprints get diminished? No? My footprints still look good. It's a little bit blurry. A little bit. But I'm not testing the visuals. I'm supposed to be testing the building. Okay, so they did not improve the cosmetics. As far as snapping onto, like, the auto doors, they don't work. That's a bit aggravating. But let's see if they place on the new pieces. Okay, so they do place. Those are the two new. Well, that's the new piece right there. So that works. That's not a new piece, but this one is a new piece, and it does snap onto it. This is a new piece, and it works. This is a new piece, and it works. What's the other new piece? Some of the pillars. So, half pillar? Uh-huh. Of course, the ladder. A half. One of those, yeah. It looks like they snap that, like they look good. They're connecting the way they're supposed to. It just stinks about that auto doors not working. It means I'm still gonna have to have that mod. I wanted to get rid of that mod. But let me see if, I mean, it may not be working on the cellar door and the barn door and the hangar door, but let's try gateway. See if it's working on gateway. And so now we need the gate. Reinforced gate. Let's see if the auto doors are working on that now. Cosmetics. Frontier. Auto door. No, the auto doors still are not working on the gate. Well, that's aggravating. They could have made it better. They didn't. All right. That's aggravating. Did they... The glass. Does the glass work on the little one? No. So the glass still works on the big one, but it doesn't seem to work on the little one. Does it work? Oh. Oh, does it? Does it work on those? No. No, it doesn't work on those. Does it do this now? No. Okay, so it doesn't work on the half shallow walls, the shallow slopes. Okay, we still gotta check one more structure out for thatch. Okay, so let me get another structure out here. So normally, in order to build the walls, I mean the slopes, you would go you would do 0. I mean, you would do the regular slope, which is on my 0. So you would do the regular, like this, and then you could do the triangle and go, okay, so alright, get down there. So did I place the wrong? I did place the wrong slope. Okay, well, let's pick that up and redo that. So pick that up and then come over here and do those, and then do like that, so we can see the two different types of roofs. So normally if you was trying to do a roof for a triangle for the corner, then you would do it like that, and then wrap it around like that with the second option. But let's see what it looks like with the gentle slopes, the shallow slopes, that's what they're called. So is there a variation for this? Oh, there is. Nice. So how does that look on the inside? Well, of course it's closer because it's more shallow. So the ceiling is not as high. And I'm guessing that goes up by a half wall, right? I mean, it's got to, right? So if I went like, because normally if I was going to do this, then I would put a wall here, like that, and then you could make it so there was a window right there. But can you do a half wall now, like that? Yes, because it is now the size of a half wall, and then you could go like that. Oh, nice, nice. Okay, all of a sudden I've got lots of building opportunities available to me that I didn't have before. Now this may not interest everybody, but I love building in Ark. It's one of my favorite things about Ark. It is also one of my most frustrating things about Ark. But I'm liking that. I like those pieces that they've given us, because I can also play with it like this. What if I combine the two? Like this half slope. So the half wall does not, the shallow slope does not connect to that. But what if I did this? What if I went a half wall there? Come on. What if I put a half wall there? Could I then put shallow like that? Yeah, and make it look like it's an overhang. Yeah, that I could see all kinds of stuff in my mind that I could do with that. Because then you could do another one of those. Let me test it out here. So, okay, so I need another square. And let's go up with a wall. Like that. And then we would go, how would I do that? Let's see, like this. But then switch it to that half thatch quarter roof. And then I would then snap this so that's not working. So let's go a half wall, half wall up. And then we'll do another half wall. And then we'll pick this up and put it back down. And so that will give us the half wall there. Then we could do a slope. Like a shallow slope. So it doesn't quite want to hook onto that. So what I can do is go to these. Like that. And now will you... Oh, come on, you snapped over there. You don't want to snap now? Okay, then let's try to put a half wall there. Because a lot of times half wall don't want to snap. There we go. Okay, so then once I get this built, I should be able to pick up the scaffolding. Come on. Okay, let's remove these variables. Pick that up. Pick that up. Let's snap that shallow slope to that wall there. Like that. Then we place that. Then we place that. Then we should be able to pick up this. Yes. And so you have that little outpost, so you can make it look like, not that little outpost, you have that little edge sticking out, so you can make it look like bamboo thatch huts. But if you do that with wood, then you can make it look like Viking roofs do that. And if you combine them, then you might even be able to make it look like Japanese pagodas. Oh, yeah. I'm liking that. Maybe the half slope is an overhang. Yeah, that could work too, because then you could do the half roofs like that. So it looks like it's a soffit. I mean, you could already do that, but now it makes it easier because then you could do... Yeah. I'm seeing all kinds of possibilities. Let's check. Let's try this. Do that. Then try this here. The regular sloped. Can you snap? Can you snap there? And then do that. Not that. You get picked up. Put that there. Come on. And then you could like stagger it. You can combine them to stagger them. I'm liking it. Now, here's my next question. Can I make it like variable? So let's get rid of thatch. Let's get rid of thatch and try the stone. 'Cause there's been some limitations that I have that I want to test. Okay, so let's get the walls and then the ceilings. So there's some limitations that I've run into with building that I want to test. Okay, so so I can build the upward slope, and make this into like a tower. I can do that. I've already been able to do that. Like, let's see, I need the slopes, so we're missing the triangle slope. Crafting, structures, stone. Let's get one of you and one of you. Alright. So I've already been able to build the slope up. That's been able to be done. Like this. Then you would go up like that. So you've already been able to do it that way. And you've also been able to do it this way, where you would put the flat slope up, and then the flat slope up, and then put the triangle in the middle. So we've already been able to do that. I've used it in several of my builds. But I'm wondering, what about that piece? Can I make it a more gentle slope up, so my towers can look like they're spread out a little bit more? That's what I'm wanting to test. See, everybody else is interested in, the update. I am kind of frustrated that I had to uninstall all my mods in order to even get it to load, but we'll deal with that later. I have the save file, so I can always go back. I can always go back. And I took everything out of the modded stuff, so there shouldn't be any problem with that. So now I want to try to do the gentle slopes. How's the graphics on the update? The graphics, well, I don't know, because I always run my graphics. My graphics are still on the same. Let's answer that question, then we'll move on to the next one. See, my graphics, when I'm streaming, I go at 1080. When I'm recording, I go at 1440. But so they're the same, they were. But my frame rate has significantly increased. If you watch my streams from Aberration over the last few days, they have been so laggy. But this, I haven't even put the fog command in, and it's running nice. Okay, so what was the next question down there? It looks like it's running 100 frames per second. It is, but my 105, 101, 97. But my monitor can only go 30 frames per second, so. But that's my monitor. The system is still running it at 90 frames per second, which is better than it was doing. Even with my, what is my video card? 9700? Let me check. No, I don't even remember. That's kind of aggravating that I don't remember. Where is it at? Oh yeah. AMD. Come on. Show me AMD. Now I don't have super resolution going. Oh, it's not going to work for me, huh? Oh, there we go. So I don't have super resolution, or whatever it's called. I got a 7900 XT, which is somewhat good video card, but it was struggling before, even with this video card, so now it's running smooth. I like it. They did do improvements on that. I'll give them props to that. Now, these ceilings. I want to see these shallow ceilings and see if I can go up with a shallow ceiling. So let's try this method where I go up with the two shallow. Oh, you bugger. Go up with the two shallows like we did. Ooh, my shadow just like popped in right then. That's the first visual problems I've seen. Go out. Okay, so now let me see if there's a shallow stone roof corner, stone roof. Okay, so there's not. Alright, well there's there's a limitation right there. So I can't recreate this slope. I need some kind of pointer. Spear. Crafting. Give me the spear. Wait. Drop that. Give me the spear. Get on there. My goodness. Okay, so I can't recreate this slope with the shallows. That's aggravating. Like, I can do that, which means I could do... Although it does want to place it like that, but I can do that over here with the non-shallow version. Because I can go like that, and then go like that to create like a... See, I can already do that over here. So, that I can do that with the shallow one is nice, but I wanted a shallow version of that triangle one so I could fill that in right there. And it's not letting me do it. That's... I mean, I can make it work. I can make it work, see? And then we would go like that. But, I mean, so there is that limitation. I wanted to test that, blast it. I was hoping they had fixed that. Yes, there was an update. 5.5 Unreal Engine. Very aggravating. It destroyed all my saves. But, I mean, I can recover my characters later. That's not a problem. I'm not playing on a server, so I can recover all my stuff later. Okay, so we've tested those buildings out. Now, is there any new buildings besides the variations? Is there any new tree platforms? Like, let's go over to the redwoods. Because I plan on living in a tree platform on Ragnarok. No variations to the tree platform. Well, that's a bugger. The poor unloved tree platform. Its cousin, the cliff platform, gets all the attention. Oh, it's not going to let me craft a cliff platform? Oh, there we go. See, the cliff platform gets all the attention. Why they didn't combine the two into one, I don't know, but... See, I can change the size of the cliff platform, but I can't change the size of the tree platform. I was hoping that they would have updated that too. But they didn't. Well, that's an opportunity lost. And I can't change the size of the tree platform. Bugger. Alright, Ark. You let me down. Where's our stuff at? Our stuff's down here. You let me down with that. And you let me down with that slope. But I can see all kinds of potential in some of these combinations. Like, you can make fences now that look actually like fences. But what other skins? What does the other skins look like on this? So let's see. Let's try the steampunk skin. Okay, so what do you look like on these structures? On the half pillar there. In that sloped wall. Oh, like that. Where you got the pillar and in the half pillar. That looks nice. Oh, that looks really nice. Okay, so we do have the variations of these. And we do have the variations of these. But what about that shallow ceiling over here? Oh yeah, the half rail. Half rail and the regular rail. So it is literally just a half rail. Okay. What about the half sloped roof and the half stairs? Okay, so does this have a variation? Skin settings, flip. So that's just like the regular one that you can flip. Okay. But you could get that gold look, or you could get the greenish look on the outside. So you could choose that. But this, I want to see what this one looks like. Cosmetics, steampunk. So what is that? What does that half wall look like? And then I don't know if I like that. Kind of looks like bricks, and I flip it. That looks better. All that carving on the wood. Yeah, that looks better. What about the slope right there? Let's see how that's looking. Cosmetics, steampunk. Okay. So you do get that. Let's flip you. Okay, so it doesn't quite look like a ceiling, 'cause it's got all those holes in it. Alright, let's see the wasteland stuff. Now, I don't build with the wasteland stuff. I don't want my house to look like a pile of garbage. But some people love the wasteland stuff. So, let's try it out. Let's come over here, start placing on some of these first. Oh, let me get this. Oh, come on. Does it not snap? Oh, there we go. Okay. What about this half rail? Yeah. I do like that ladder. I think that's the only part of the wasteland I like. But this, I don't necessarily like that. Why would you go through the trouble of putting bones on the outside with metal? That's only going to make it weaker. Anyways. Oh, let's check the slopes. Those important slopes, the new parts. Wasteland, give me that. Okay, so how do you look? And how do the half rails look? And also the regular wall and the hangar door. There is the where we was able to put a barn door right on top of a regular door frame. So you got them both right there. Yeah, I'm kind of liking that. I like how it does that. How it's opening from the inside, but yet it's a double door. I wasn't able to snap those together like that before. I know I wasn't. So the auto door is working on you, but it's still not working on the barn doors or the hangar door or the cellar door. Okay. But the auto door is working on you. Okay, anything else in the building that I want to test? Okay, let's see. What GPU do I have? AMD. Which one are you, AMD? An AMD Radeon RX 7900 XT. And I don't even remember what brand it is or something like that. Okay. What else do I want to test? So, tree platforms let me down. Is there any variations to the behemoth gate? No. But can I snap the behemoth cellar door to it now as a hanger? Oh, come on, Ark. You had an opportunity to make it better. I can't snap that to it. It can snap the pillars. Where's my pillars? Pillar. Can it snap the pillars? No. No, I don't know. Okay, so let's put you up. Get as tall as you can. Let's see if you will snap to that. Behemoth. The barn door doesn't snap to the pillars. What about the hangar door? The hangar door does not. But does it snap to walls still? Come on. Up. Okay, do you snap to walls still? No. What did they do? Doesn't it need a foundation? Yeah, I think it does. Okay. Can I place the foundation? Okay, you don't want to snap. What about this trick? Does this trick still work? You don't want to snap to it. You don't want to snap to the pillar. Alright. How... If I can't do that anymore, then how am I going to run fences? Okay, that works. So that means I should be able to snap. Can I not go down? This is how I used to snap the fences. Watch out, Dodo. Alright, well let's try that then. See if that works. Okay, hangar door. You still have to snap to a foundation. Man. Come on, guys. You could have made it better. You could have let me snap it to pillars or behemoth gates. So, they did give us new pieces, but they didn't remove some of the limitations that they gave us. Come on, snap to that. Okay, so does the automatic doors work on you now? Frontier auto doors. Nope. Bugger. I still gotta have that mod for both of those, for the gates and for the hangar doors and for the behemoth gates. I'm trying to get rid of mods. I'm trying to get less mods. Okay. Well, I mean, they can't do all the updates at one time, can they? I mean, okay, so those still work, but they don't let me snap on the pillars. They don't let me snap on the ceilings. I still have to snap onto foundations. I can't snap on the walls. I can't snap on the behemoth gates. Can I snap them to the side of a gate? Nope. Oh, come on, guys. You could have made it so much better. What about a large cellar door? Can that? No? Oh. Oh, wait. What are you snapping to? Oh, you're snapping to the other gate. I think you could already do that, though, because I made a wall out of you once. No, you're snapping to that wall. Well, let's test it. Because there's no gate over here. Yeah, it's snapping to the wall. That will look silly, but maybe you could do something with that. Like if you held it open and then you pin locked it. So that way it couldn't be closed. And then that could be like your sloped roof. But oh, it's almost at the same angle. Almost. Not quite, though. What about the shallow slope? I mean, oh, the pillars. Let's see if the pillars will snap to it. I mean, no. And they could have made it better so I could slap those on there. What about this? What does the rail look like on the slope part? Oh. Oh. Yes. Ha ha ha. And then, could we still do that trick with the pillar? Let's see. Get out of my way, tree. Okay. Can I still do the trick with the pillar? Get out of the inventory. Okay. Whoa. There was a lag spike. So I can still go up. And now let's try this other side. Go up at a different angle. And now let's see if I can snap. Can I not snap you to the rail? So you won't let me snap it to the rail. What about a regular sloped ceiling? Can I snap that to the rail? Wait, what about a quarter roof? Could I... This is the quarter ramp. And I can't snap it to the roof. What about the corner stairs? Will they snap to... Oh, they do. They snap to the sideways, to the, whatever you guys was called. Can I walk up over that, though? No, I can't. Can I snap a ceiling to that? Oh, I can. But you gotta jump. What about if I did it over this one? Could I then... Come on. Could you step over it then? Yeah. Okay. And then it gives it like a door jamb. Alright. So they did improve the building, but not all the way. Not as good as they could have. First dino gate, then fence, foundation, then wall. Dino gate. Yes, if you want to build like a wall, let me get over here away from all these structures. Say you want to build a wall and you don't want to put down foundations. You can do it with this, and you can also do it with this, but if you do it with the gate, you've got to have a fence foundation. If you do it with a gate, you put the gate down, then you put get out of the inventory. The fence foundation snaps to the gate, and so if I do it here, then it's going to be in the ground. If I do it over here, it's going to be up in the... See, it still snaps to... It's snapping to the gate, but it's level with the ground. And so if you run the wall up with that, then it won't be level with the... It won't be level with the gate. However, if you get it right at the ground level, then when you run it up, it's level with the gate. And then if you put... The way I build fences is I try to make that as level as possible, and then once you get that, you can snap a ceiling to it. Let's see. Oh yeah, you gotta put a pillar. Then you can snap a ceiling to it, and then from there you could snap a foundation to that if you wanted to. But if you don't want to, and you just want to run a fence, you go up with pillars, and then you want to snap the wall to the pillar. Like this. And it will let you go 4 out, I think. And then you have to put another pillar. But then that wall is all tied to that same snap point here, so they're all the same height. And that's how you get your walls looking all smooth and not jagged. Dodo, you're not gonna mess with me, are you? Okay. So I think I am gonna try. What else do I want to build with? Ankylosaurus is my favorite. I haven't seen them in Ascended yet. Hardly justify the price. Yankees are pretty good. I don't have my mod manager on here, so my admin manager, so I can't just spawn one in right now. But we can find one. They do look better in Ascended, especially the aberration ones. They glow nice and pretty. A mountain. I need a mountain. The aberration ones look really nice. I can't wait till we get the X variants also. The red, the volcano looking ones. You know what? I can use the gene scanner to find one. Crafting. Okay, track and key. No applicable ones within your level. Okay, well then I don't remember all the spawn commands. Okay, so, well, aren't you a brightly colored Quetzal? I don't have an event running, do I? Yeah, I do. I got the birthday event going. Alright. So, I'm happy with this. I'm not happy that I have to recreate all my characters. But I'm happy with the building. Not happy with having to redo all my mods. But, it's single player, so... You know what? I'm going to call it there so I can record me an episode and restore all the other stuff. Not an episode, I'm going to call it a stream. So, there's Tickle Chicken looking at me. You want to go, Tickle Chicken? Oh, it's on now. I'm in creative mode, but let's go. Oh, that was right on your nose, dude. Oh no. I don't have my parachute, but I'm in creative mode. Come on, silly. I gotta end this episode. Chase me off the cliff. Come on, over here. Ooh, I could test that. What does some of these structures do for traps? Because I'm thinking that this gentle slope ramp could be better at trapping than... Oh, we got a kicking chicken and a tickle chicken right next to each other. Where's the screaming chicken and the terrorist chicken? Hey, come here. Come here. Come here. I want to test this. Come here. Why can't you get past that tree? You got the brain worms, man. Come on, up here. Hey. Oh yeah, because I got... What am I thinking? I got it on, leave me alone. So they don't even know that I'm here. It just knows it's being hit. Okay. Alright, did all my structures come over or are they gone? Inventory? Wait. It deleted all my stuff. So how is there stuff in the obelisk? Like it deleted my character. It deleted all my bases. So how is there stuff in here? And all this stuff was through a stack mod, so... How is that even doing it? Let's see. Let me check the other obelisks. Because it deleted my characters. And I don't have the stack mod on there, so it shouldn't have that stuff in there. Don't kill me. Ah, clouds, get out of here. Fog. Go away. Okay. So do you have stuff in you? You do. But that character was deleted. That whole map was deleted. I uninstalled Ark and had to reinstall it. So how do I have structure? How do I have stuff from... Alright. I'm not going to question it. Ooh, there's a lag right here. You know, while I'm over here, I might as well test it. Raft. Did they break this? I didn't test it when we played on here. Can I still place a raft in the lava? Yeah, but it takes damage. Aw, man. did that to me, huh? Blast it. Oh well. You're gonna die, Raft. I'll help you out. Alright, well, thank you for joining us, people. I'm gonna call it here, and I'm gonna try to restore my character so that way I can get an episode recorded. And hopefully my 5 tame challenge character, I gotta recreate him. Seeing how I had to uninstall Ark, but my save files are still here, obviously, because the stuff is in the obelisks. So, thank you all for joining me. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe, post a comment down below. Let me know your thoughts on the building, the new building pieces on Ark Ascended, Unreal Engine episode, Unreal Update 5.5. It's been quite a headache losing my characters, losing all my mods, having to uninstall, reinstall. Yeah, but I will recover that all off camera. Until next time, people, above all else, trust in the Lord.